away, and we're back. So just last week we spoke about top strikers, right? So I think it's only prudent that we're going into the rest of the positions, right? So I thought, let's chat about midfield, the engine room, the hub of creativity, the place where the destroyers are, right? So I think just to be fair, because right, midfield is broad. There's number 10s, there's number 6s, there's whatever. Let's just say if this was a 4-3-3 type of thing, who's your midfield 3 of the season type of thing, right? So I mean, there's Bruno, there's Kevin De Bruyne, there's Naby Keita. Liverpool fans, I don't know who to pick from your midfield.
Actually, who?
Thomas Partey, maybe hasn't played that much. Souček.
I'm glad you recognized him.
Jay Ling's Ballon d'Or.
No, cease.
Maybe let's pick a defensive midfielder first, guys. Or let's chat about who's in the running for defensive midfielders. Let me just read out some names to you. So at City, you're talking Rodri. United, you're talking McTominay or Fred. Leicester, you're talking Ndidi. West Ham, you're talking Declan Rice. Everton, you're talking Allen. Liverpool, I'm not sure. Aston Villa, I'm not sure.
No. Liverpool, you're talking Thiago. He was the holding.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So he was that guy.
Right. Some special notices. I think I would bring forward Leeds, Calvin Phillips. Wolves. There's Ruben Neves, and we could bring up anyone. But sort of. Let me start at you, Mr. Potion. Defensive midfielder. Who are you thinking?
Okay,
my options.
Yes, I'm gonna give my options from the teams that I've kept an eye on this season. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal man. I think Thomas Partey is a special breed in terms of defensive midfielders. He's up there with. I wouldn't say world's best, but he's up there in the best in the Premier League.
Is he not just then in theory, because he hasn't played much? Yeah,
he hasn't played much. I feel as though award season wise, he might not get the praises that he should get. But I feel as though he's one of the names when you think of, a defensive mid.
Okay, fair enough.
Like your ideal defensive mid.
Fair enough.
Looking at other teams, I think you can't talk about defensive mids without mentioning N'Golo Kante. That's a crime. I understand this season.
It's a crime.
I understand this season because of Lampard, who was trying to actually phase out N'Golo Kante from the defensive midfield position and put Jorginho as the defensive mid. And essentially he made Kante the box to box.
Sure.
It didn't work out for him, obviously, because he got fired.
Deservedly so.
Yes, deservedly so. But N'Golo Kante for me is a defensive player that you always consider in these topics.
Yeah. So just give us a third, and let me get 3 from Uncle Curtis, and then let's put it to the table.
Okay, third defensive. Okay, yeah. You said we cutting this into what, number 10? Defensive, number 10.
Well, I think defensive midfielder kind of needs to be on its own. The rest we can do.
Okay.
But the other ones you're going to go to stats of assists and whatever. Defensive midfield is never going to have any stats.
So defensive midfield.
So I think themselves. Let's.
I'm going to be very weird and actually pick a player that falls under the radar quite often. I'm going to go for Aston Villa's marvelous Nakamba.
Yeah, he's been having a killer.
Very underground worker. The Zimbabwean man has been actually having some silent performances that have been very vital for Aston Villa's form.
All right. Let's put a pin in that one, but we'll obviously discuss it all together. I just want to get all the names out.
Bra marvelous.
Curtis, you want me to go first or?
Just for defensive midfielder, no?
Yeah, just for defensive midfielder.
Guys, when I mention this name, please understand that I mentioned this name due to the lack of quality of other teams' players not stepping up to the plate this season due to other factors like injuries and what.
Okay, we get it.
Declan Rice.
Sure.
Right? This season, he's been having a good season.
Okay.
Right? I'll give him that for this season, right?
Yeah.
But these guys mustn't get carried away because I know how English youngsters like to get away with, hey, I made it onto the scene. Then all of a sudden they lose all motivation and all things to improve as players. I think Mika Richards said this once, that he was at Man City, burst onto the scene. He was 18, playing for the English national team. But all the media hype that was around him led to him not improving further as a player. And he could have been something special because he had the pace, he had the power. He was
fair enough. We get it. Give us the other two. Damn, just give Declan Rice a shout out, Joe.
No, I'm not giving him a shout out. I have to.
This guy has to say you're pretty in the right lighting, but when the light is on, I see your pimples.
Like I honestly just have to say, Declan Rice this season, right? Because he's doing what average midfielders do every season and gives solid performances. Yeah. But he's not great. The other two will be Rodri and Ndidi.
Yeah.
That's a name that needed to be on this list.
But to me, it's Declan Rice is solely there because the other top quality players are not playing as much due to injuries and other things out of their control.
Yeah. So I'm going to say I agree with you on Declan Rice. Calvin Phillips from Leeds, right? I think he also has a shout there. I want to give a shout to Allen from Everton. But I'm going to give it to Rodri. So I'm going to say Declan Rice, Rodri, and Calvin Phillips. You had Declan Rice also. Then you said Ndidi and
Rodri.
And Rodri, right? Mr. Paul, going back to yours, you said Nakamba.
I said Marvelous Nakamba, N'Golo Kante, and Thomas Partey from a supporter's point.
Oh, so on a side note, if Binho was not playing in defense, he would be in my 3.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But now names on the tables, pick one, James.
Flip again.
Out of those ones.
Declan Rice.
This season.
Declan Rice.
I think he might not be appreciated because of the team he plays for. He might not get the award or consideration. But out of the 3 that I've mentioned, purely based on form, it would have to be Marvelous Nakamba.
Yeah. It's a strong shout.
Yeah.
It's a very strong shout.
I think it's just one of those where you have to appreciate what he's done.
Yeah.
As much as I love Thomas Partey and N'Golo Kante as a player,
100%.
Form-wise, it has to be him.
Yeah. Look, also saying form-wise, I would love to give it to Calvin Phillips at Leeds. He's really been the Leeds player that's impressed me the most. But I'm actually going to give it to Declan Rice. He's been solid for West Ham. But now let's go on to the other 2 positions, right? So I think like we said, like defensive midfielder probably on its own needs to be chatted that way. But this is up to you guys now. So 4-3-3, you're picking out two other positions. If you want to pick 2 number 10s, it is what it is, right? So let's just run through it a little bit. Manchester City, there's Kevin De Bruyne, obviously. There's Ilkay Gundogan, right? I wouldn't even put Phil Foden in the central midfielder position because he's been jamming out wide so far.
Yeah.
Right. United, there's Bruno, there's Fred and McTominay if you want to, but
Pogba.
But there's Bruno. Leicester City, there's James Maddison, there's Yuri Tillemans, right? West Ham, there's Jay Ling's Ballon d'Or. There's Jay Ling's Ballon d'Or. I was about to say it's half a season, but it's Jay Ling's Ballon d'Or.
That's the closest you'll ever get to a Ballon d'Or. That's the closest you'll ever get to one.
I don't even know. Oh, this Souček.
Thomas Souček.
Is Mark Noble still jamming?
Nah, he's been benched this season.
So it's Thomas Souček who's been playing and Declan Rice as well.
Declan Rice, who we already mentioned. Okay.
They gave Mark Noble a year contract extension because he's taken his bench role superbly. Talk about privilege.
That guy's very polished.
No, listen, you got to give him that. That guy actually works hard. Shame. He's a James Milner.
One club man, Joe.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. But they said you taking your bench role superbly. Get out of here.
Okay, sharp. I understand what you mean.
Joe, have players never retired at your club? Did they just play and retire, Joe?
Joe, but fine. Let me just say the wording they chose is terrible.
Fair enough.
He probably took a pay cut, bro. A massive one.
Yeah.
You know, he looks like the type of guy who'd say, bro, you can pay me 10,000.
Man just wants to feel Champions League football if they feel they're on the cusp. He's not going to get it because of that.
Fair enough. Just going on. Everton, there's Andre Gomez, Gylfi Sigurdsson,
Rodriguez.
James.
Do we put him as a wide man or as a midfielder?
No, he's a midfielder. He is creative.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if we're saying tens,
he had some good bursts, but
not consistent.
Not enough for me to.
Spurs, Højbjerg. Ooh, I should have put Højbjerg for defensive. Sorry, I take my Declan Rice vote back. I give it to Højbjerg.
No, you can't take it back.
I forgot.
What's done is done.
Okay, but there's Højbjerg, Sissoko, Ndombele. In Ndombele did some things for them.
Yeah, redemption wise, Ndombele, we gotta give him props.
Liverpool, who's been their midfielders that are maybe Curtis Jones actually. Oh, Wijnaldum. Sorry, Wijnaldum's actually still there.
Who hasn't actually been as good as
Thiago has pointed his finger 247 times this season. Shout out to him.
Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, Ross Barkley a bit. I know he's missed quite a bit of games, but there's Ross Barkley. Arsenal, Chaka's had a decent. I know he gave away a goal now this weekend, but Chaka's had a decent season for me.
Yeah, shame.
Had a decent season for me.
In all fairness, he has
different partners.
I wouldn't put him on my list.
Is there another Arsenal midfielder you?
Nobody's
Smith Rowe, I guess if we're saying number 10s, Smith Rowe half the season,
6 games. Okay.
I can't say of the season. I'm saying for Smith Rowe, I can't put him in that conversation.
Of the season.
Of the season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not gonna say Leeds. Let me just see other notable anything else.
Rafinha at Leeds.
But also you can't put him as of
he's
the
a wide
season.
Man.
Okay, but he's a wide man.
Yeah. Also, you can't put him as of the season because he got signed in the last days of transfer and only started fitting in, I guess, after December. Well, January, yeah.
Southampton, just another one. Southampton have fallen off a little bit, but I'll say James Ward-Prowse for that. I think he's had a good season,
but not in my side. But shout out to him.
Yeah,
I've given away my sympathy vote, so it's time for you guys to.
So no one else. So I think this one's going to be a bit tough. So I think, how many? 3, 4. Just mention 3 or 4. Up to you, because it's the 2 other spots open now.
So wait,
this comes down to interpretation. If you want 2 10s, if you want whatever.
I'm surprised you didn't go on as much as you did about Bruno Fernandes. Fair enough. You look at the races he's in because he's got. I think let me just check on his stats right now. He's got 16 goals and he's got 10 assists, I think. You gotta mention him. He's been spectacular for United. Yeah. Bar the fact that he scored so many penalties. Yeah. I think I actually raised this the other time.
Yeah, it was 8, so it probably would be 9 now, right?
But either way, let me name my players while Potion looks for that.
Yes. Just hold on. I think I found
penalties is 8.
Since this guy got signed, he scored 17 penalties
in all comps. 17
penalties.
Yeah, boy.
Does that stat not scare you in terms of this guy? Or in terms of what favors have been granted for United?
No, if he's just scored those penalties and nothing else, then I'd say towards him. But he's got assists, he's got open play goals too. Definitely a lot of penalties. Definitely a lot of penalties, but performances too. Okay, so Bruno, are you putting up Bruno?
Yes, Bruno's definitely in my selection.
Yeah. It's up to you, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think I'd put in De Bruyne. I'll put in De Bruyne in my mix.
Yeah.
But I'm putting him in just essentially to acknowledge his accolades, his performances. But essentially, I would not want him in my side. But I'm just putting him in there as in shout out, but you're not,
all right.
my type of player. So I'll put in Bruno. So this means I'm going to go for 4 players.
Yeah.
So it's Bruno, it's Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah. His teammate? Bruyne's teammate.
Who's that?
Gundogan. This season.
Why?
Nah, he's only started.
This season. Gundogan.
He's literally just had a purple patch.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
I can't put in someone for just having a little purple patch.
James Maddison. I'm gonna just put the names at you because it looks like you're running through.
Purple patch as well. I think he's injured now.
Okay.
If I'm not correct. But I think he's injured. He wouldn't be there.
The Hammers probably have some players that
You
you
obviously
want to
know.
Huh?
My boy Thomas Suchek is my number 3 pick. Is my number 3 pick. I think Thomas Suchek has done pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Hoiberg?
No, never.
James James? Grealish? I don't know.
You see, I was
maybe I'm throwing the names at you. Let me let you. So far you got De Bruyne, Bruno. Must I come back to you?
No, Suchek is there.
Oh, Suchek. Must we come back to you for the last one?
No, the thing is, I was having this argument with myself because I was going to put in another surprise player, but he's a wide man, so I won't mention his name.
So must we come back to you, or you got it?
I think come back to me.
Okay. Uncle Curtis. So far on the table we got Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno, and Suchek. Right?
For me,
do you want me to spit some options at you, or you got this?
I got Grealish in my team.
Grealish? Okay.
Just give me a second. I need another creative player. Spit some names.
You can say the same ones. We don't have to put brand new ones.
I don't want those players. give me other names then. It's Grealish, Bruno.
Yeah, Grealish, Bruno.
If I go for a third one,
James Maddison, Mason Mount.
Nah.
James Rodriguez.
Nah. 8 players have been poor this season if I'm struggling for names like this.
I think most of the players in this midfield, they fall into the wide categories.
Not even that. I'm just thinking less creative wise. Players have been struggling because I'm struggling for players here. So I'll give your boy Suchek because he's been doing well.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth player that I might go for, who's in the City midfield?
Rodri, Gundogan, KDB.
In fact, no, I'm going to go for
Bernardo
Pogba.
Silva plays there. Bernardo
Go
Silva.
for Pogba.
Wouldn't you put Bernardo as a wide player?
I've seen him play in the centre a lot. Maybe it could have just been because during De Bruyne's injuries, he fits into both.
Yes,
I've seen him play both positions.
I'll
Consensus, I'd allow him for central midfielder.
Either way, my fourth one is Paul Pogba.
It's Paul Pogba. Ooh. All right. So that was, you said Grealish?
Pogba, Suchek, Bruno.
All right. Okay. For mines, I would say Bruno. I would say Mason Mount. I think he's had a fantastic season. Mount. He's been jamming for Chelsea the whole season. If Lampard,
did you take a line of cocaine before you came to the court?
No, I've been watching him. I think he's been that good.
Were you smoking when you watched him?
Hey? No, I think he's been that good. He's been that good. I really rate him. He's not the most flashiest or whatever, but he performs, right? So what did I say? I said Bruno, Mount. Bruno, Mount, Grealish, right? Bruno, Mount, Grealish. Let's just have a double check here. Bruno, Mount, Grealish. Mosh, do you have your last one?
You see, I'm having a problem because I'll give you my names that I'm thinking of in terms of...
Yeah, because I also need to put my fourth one
in the midfield. I don't want to give it to Gundogan because I want to actually give other players a chance. But right now, Gundogan seems to be the front line for my fourth pick.
Yeah.
But I would also look at players like Pedro Neto.
Tillemans is my fourth one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you're giving Tillemans?
I'm giving Tillemans my fourth one, yeah.
Very interesting. He's actually declined this season compared to last. But yes. No, look at his stats.
Yeah.
He actually had a brilliant season last year. But this season he's gone down. Because I'm looking at Bukayo Saka, but I think he'd fall under wide players. But creativity-wise, he is a creative player, so that's why I left him. I looked at Pedro Neto from Wolves. For me, he's been impressive. not in the line of top players of the season. So that's why I'm going to leave him out.
And is he central?
That's the other conversation.
I think this sets us up for wingers or wide players conversation.
So
right?
there's a lot of wide players
that's to come, right?
There's a lot of wide players that I'm thinking of. So I think out of I don't want to. You said Grealish, no?
Yeah.
He's had a
you can bow out at 3.
Because it's going to be your midfield 3, though.
No, because the thing is...
Because I'm going to still ask you to pick your 3. This was just putting names on the table.
No, the thing is, you've picked Gundogan. I think I'm not going to...
I didn't. I picked Bruno. No one picked Bruno. No one. You talked us out of it with your, like, purple patch.
No.
We're all like, okay, yeah,
the thing is, he's had a purple patch, but he scored 11 goals. But in those 11 goals, there were goals where he had a hat-trick. He had a couple of braces, so all those goals came in a concentrated time. So, no, I think I'll just stick with 3.
Okay.
No. If none of you guys have picked him, I'll put him in my 4 as a consideration.
Okay. So let's do it. So far in the season, right? So far, there's 10 games to go. We might change our picks at the end of the season. Disclaimer. Right, so far, if I'm picking my 3, right? I'd like to bring Højbjerg back into it, but if I'm picking my 3 for the season, for me it's I'm a crowbar Højbjerg into this, but it's Højbjerg, it's Bruno, and it's Maddison for me. Højbjerg, Bruno, Maddison, my 3.
Okay, let me go for my 3.
Yeah.
Rodri, Pogba, Grealish. I need balance in my team.
Pogba, Bruno, Grealish. Hey? What you say? Sorry?
Rodri, Pogba, Grealish.
Rodri, Pogba, Grealish. Okay, where?
Alright. I think for my side, as I've said, I've given a special shout out to De Bruyne.
Mason Mount. I'm leaving out Mason Mount. That's right.
So I'm saying I gave a special shout out to De Bruyne because of his assist accolades.
Yeah.
But for this, I've chosen to leave him out because I'm taking Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, and it's this season.
Yes.
De Bruyne has had some injuries.
So I take him as my creator. And then for my box-to-box, I will opt for Soucek. And
the white Fellaini.
Yes. And then I think for my defensive mid, I will opt for Marvelous Nakamba. So that's my 3.
Yeah. So can I just change mine to take Maddison out and bring Mount in? I think Mount has been jamming. So it's Bruno, Mount, and what's my team? And Højbjerg.
And I put Pogba in that team because not so much for performances.
Yeah.
But he's passing. Like if Pogba had the support he needed at Man United, he'll be bossing that midfield. That's the way I view it.
100%. And he's had a good season. Really, before his injury, he was.
Like, put him next to Thomas Partey. Come to Arsenal, Pogba. You'll be great. Come to us.
Listen, we'll swap you. Take Fred.
Listen, if that did happen, I won't lie. That would be quite.
Would be a good midfielder.
I actually have a question for you. Do you think
with David Luiz behind him, you guys would kill teams?
Do you think that Pogba is going to leave the season, or do you think it's just his manager trying to get a better offer from you guys?
No, his agent.
Yeah, sorry, agent. I mean.
So, I think I don't know what the money situations look like for other teams, because I think Pogba could leave, right? But who's gonna pay that? You know what I mean? Yeah, I think because I think yes, he's got 1 year left, but you probably still have to pay 50-60 million for him. And Real Madrid's got a new stadium. That's the reason they're not paying anything and trying to get rid of everyone. They Barcelona have no income. Yeah. Juventus are Julying over whether they can still pay Ronaldo. Bayern's not going to spend 60 million on a 27, 28-year-old. So I don't know.
He'll run out his contract and get a new contract somewhere else.
And COVID. I think we forget about that. Yeah. A lot of teams don't have what's his name? revenue coming from ticket sales. So that messes up a lot of.
Because even on a side note,
maybe PSG.
What you call this thing? Inter missed payments for Lukaku.
Yeah.
Now Man United on some. Hey, give us Martinez maybe. Then you won't have to pay us. Just give us Martinez. So it's one of those things. But I don't think he'd be a good fit there.
Yeah, I don't think he would. He's a good player, but he's a second striker. United needs a striker.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so midfielders. Do you think we did that? Do you think we did it justice?
I think it's one of those
for the season alone, right?
No. I think if you combine our choices, you'll probably find the team of the season that will be given at the end of the year.
Right.
But I think we all try to do, a sort of an appreciation for those that might have been left out of this conversation.
Yeah.
Due to obviously, the obvious choice would be De Bruyne. It would be Fernandes.
Yeah.
And obviously the third one is unknown, but 100%. I feel as though those two will fall in. So we tried to essentially give credit where it's forgotten.
But I want to say that I think this season's player of the season is up for grabs. Honestly.
The player of the season wise?
Yeah.
Up for grabs as in there's a lot of candidates.
The quality hasn't been that great where there's been one special player.
Harry Kane.
Yeah, I listen.
But another thing, Harry Kane had a purple patch of goals and assists. Then he went
quiet.
Yeah. But it's not his fault the rest of the league sucks.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is nobody has been that star performer consistently.
I think Kane, Bruno Fernandes consistently, but I think I won't be mad if it goes to Kane either.
I don't think it'll go to Kane. I don't think so.
Hey?
I don't think it'll go to Kane. When I say that, now I'm saying from now up until the end of the season. Yeah. Right, if one player decides to take, if Kane from now to the end of the season decides to bang goals, obviously he's contender, right?
But so he's not yet?
He's still a contender, but I'm just saying, that's why I'm saying it's up for grabs. It's whoever decides to take the initiative from now to the end of the season most probably win it for me. So if Souček gets West Ham into the Champions League, let's say third or fourth, and he continues with the performances, then he has a shout for it. But if Kane doesn't score from now to the end of the season, it's meh.
Wait. So let's and let me start with you on Mr. Potion. Let's just talk about who's in contention for it, right? Because obviously end of the season we'll decide who it is. But who's in? We've said Bruno. We've said Harry Kane. Who else are you thinking in contention for it?
Salah. We have to.
Salah.
He's top goal scorer. You have to.
Okay. If I feel like we're crowbarring him in, but
if he top goal scorer,
sure.
When's the last time a midfielder won that thing?
Yeah.
A midfielder player of the season.
Kevin De Bruyne and
but wasn't it last season? Wasn't it somebody else?
Who was last season? Last season was Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson. Yeah.
It was Henderson and De Bruyne. Yeah.
But you get what I'm trying to get at. It's generally strikers who bang the ball.
Sure. Okay.
For me, I think you can't forget Salah, purely because he's top goal scorer right now.
Okay.
Number one for me.
We're just contenders. We can have our list at the end of the season once we've seen
Number one
it.
for me is Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though this is his time where he starts putting in the goals.
Mm-hmm.
Bamford. I think let's not forget Bamford.
Fair enough. He's jammed.
Newly promoted.
He's jammed.
Yeah, newly promoted player.
Mm-hmm.
In top 5 of top goal scorers.
Yeah.
Impressive feat.
Yeah. Let me add in another one from because obviously we talk towards that attacking side of the pitch, but Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz might
win that. Ruben Diaz
might win that.
Ruben Diaz
might win that.
Ruben Diaz.
Because he only joined City this season.
Cancelo. We just watched him have his first back game.
Yeah, fair.
This season.
Diaz only joined City this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diaz or Bruno must win that award. Screw Kane.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, I agree with you.
Might have a shot.
Yeah. Get him. Joe, this guy likes throwing in comments on this line. Get him. Dog, wait, this guy got me, dog. He's Arteta comments on Twitter, dog. Arteta's second, Ole's second, Arteta's 10th. And I'm like, I woke up reading that thing. I'm like, is this what this man is tweeting on the Nothing But Football podcast page? Get this man out of here.
Listen, it was a post that said, why is Oli getting more flack for being in second than Arteta for being in 10. I just shared that and it hurt feelings.
It didn't hurt feelings. I think this man was drinking when he was tweeting that, dog. He was drunk tweeting off the whip.
Okay, but tell me about it. Why is that not a fair comparison?
Ollie's got 10, 20 years of management.
Yeah. Okay. 12.
12. You telling me that man started at 38? Yeah, that man started way before that because we're counting coaching.
No,
as
man.
well.
10 years ago or something, 50. He was our reserve coach.
Yeah, we're starting from reserve coach.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably 20 years of.
So then, if you're gonna count that, you have to count that guy's 5 years as an assistant.
3.
Hey.
3.
Okay.
3 plus 2 years was 5 years.
Okay, sure.
5 to 20 years.
No, right. I think it's a bit unfair to count Arteta's.
So
I think it's
I'm not saying compare them, right? But and it was literally a picture and it hurt feelings. But what that thing said was, why is this guy getting more flack for being in second than that guy's being in 10th? It's saying from what they are doing today now, this one's second, this one's 10th. Why is this one called the PE teacher and this one's called the second coming of Pep?
One has got trophies.
Eh?
One's got trophies. Yeah. Trophies.
Trophy.
Trophies.
One.
Plural.
What's Community Shield.
Oh,
don't count.
That's what they say up until they start counting their
exactly.
Trophies. When they count Ferguson's trophies, they count every single little thing. It's trophies.
We don't that's a drastic one to go to. Ferguson has 13 prems.
No,
that already outdoes people.
No, but when they count trophies, they count every single trophy.
Okay. So then Mourinho won 3 trophies in his first season at United. Then
yeah,
yes.
Okay.
They call it the Joker's treble.
Mourinho said I got a treble.
No, but there's a word for it.
No, it was they called Liverpool's treble the wooden treble.
Yes. But it's obviously that's the phrase for it.
Yeah.
Where you win the useless.
Yeah, but now you're diverting.
One's got it fine. Let's go with your
No. So I'm saying, why is this guy not getting flack for being in 10 or not as much as Ollie? Ollie gets called PE teacher. This guy's in 10th.
Do you realize Ollie's been at United for 3 seasons?
This is his second full season, so 2.5. Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah.
He took over as caretaker, no?
Yeah. That half a season was mainly caretaker.
Yeah.
What has he done?
So he's essentially he's
progressed
got
the side.
No, but I'm saying he's got 2.5. So we can round it up and say 3.
Okay.
And I'll round it up. No, actually no. I'm not
then
gonna
you'd round up Arteta and say 2. Right?
I'm not gonna round it up because it goes with my point.
Yeah,
I'm saying that
1.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2.5 versus 1.5.
Yes.
Ollie's had enough time to actually analyze his problems.
Yes.
And decide to take, steps to fix them.
Yes.
Arteta has not at this moment.
Why COVID? He joined the team.
Oh, don't tell me. There's Thomas. What are the signings this season? Partier, Cash down up front.
That's one player.
There's a couple signings this season. Partier, Willian.
Partier, Willian, Gabriel.
Hey, Partier, Willian, Gabriel.
He's at one.
There's 2. There's Odegaard in this last one.
No, we're gonna count.
That's alone.
It's alone. Hey? It's one.
So, but it's still him.
But do you understand? Can you understand that? What's his name? Arteta has not officially had a preseason yet.
Okay. Let's put it this way, right? This is Arteta's first full season.
Yes.
Right.
Without preseason.
10 games to go. It's about to be 10th. Right? Let's say I still think they'll probably finish. I don't know, 7th or so.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's take it as what it is now. His first full season, 10th. Ollie's first full season, 3rd.
What do you mean first full season?
Last season was Ollie's first full season.
Okay, fine.
He finished 3rd.
No. Okay, fine. Let's go with...
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Is that
the season before he took over in the middle of the season, that's when Mourinho got fired.
You said he's had 2.5.
This would be the 2nd.
I don't believe you.
Okay, but either way,
I don't believe you. I'm going to look this up.
What I'm trying to get at over here is you being overzealous with what might happen. If Arteta goes on to win the Europa League, right, it's a proven track record of a manager winning trophies. Ole will just be
proven track record.
Yes, it's 2 seasons, 2 trophies.
Okay,
it's 2 seasons, 2 trophies.
All right.
If Ole goes to finish 2nd, 3rd, it's progression now.
Yeah.
He is no better than Alan Curbishley.
I would say Arteta, if he wins the FA Cup, is no better than Roberto Martinez, who won the FA Cup with Wigan and got them relegated. same season.
Okay, cool.
So if this guy finishes 10th and takes the FA Cup, does that make him the second coming of Pep?
I'm not talking about the FA Cup. I'm talking about the Europa League.
Sharp.
Yeah, but it's 2 trophies, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Nah?
Yeah.
He's progressed the side because then it's 2 trophies, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Ole will be going on his second full season, basically third, without a trophy. He's no better than Alan Kirbishley.
No.
He
no.
is.
No. No. So I remember that question only comes to why does Oli get so much flack for being
in his first season? This resulted in a 6th place finish. Where did you get 3rd?
No, he didn't start the season as our manager.
Hey,
the same way.
Look,
Arteta,
he started 18-19.
Hey?
18-19 was
he
way
took
too...
over in the middle of that season.
Yes, his first season that he took over as a manager.
Okay, then
was
Arteta's first season is last season. What position did he finish?
8th.
Sharp.
That was halfway in. Dude,
It's the same thing.
no,
Oli
it's
didn't
not.
start the
No,
season as
he
our
did.
manager.
Look, I'm showing you. 18-19.
That was his first
No,
season in
that-
charge, but that wasn't his.
No, that was not his first season. 19-20 was his first season. He finished 6th place. First full season in charge.
No.
6.
No.
It's right here.
Last season is his first full season.
No, it's not, Lucas.
It really is. It
No, but
really
last
is.
season is
2020,
1920.
dude.
Eh?
Last season is 1920.
Last
so
1920 we finished 3rd. So he's
right,
talking 1890.
Oh.
This is Oli's second full season, and he's about to get top 4 consecutively.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I'm not writing off Arteta's FA Cup, yes, but when you say Greece won a title, throw it away. Like
But
it's a lucky title type of thing.
it's not a lucky title to me.
No, I'm not saying it's a lucky title. Really, I think if you win it, you win it. But I'm saying this guy has given you 8th. Now, as it stands, giving you 10th.
okay,
This
fine.
guy's going to give you 3rd and 2nd.
Okay.
But this other one is sitting there higher
because
he's winning the same trophy that Roberto Martinez won.
No. Arteta picked up bigger problems than Ole. And you can't argue that he didn't. He picked up way bigger.
Why can't I?
He took over from Mourinho.
I think bigger problems, number 1. He picked up, yes, you're right. He picked up from a Mourinho squad that was in turmoil.
He picked up from a Mourinho squad that basically
Number 2.
second 2 or 3 seasons
Number
ago.
2.
Yeah.
Arteta has 2 years. Well, essentially, this is probably, yes, he's going into his second year as a manager. Like,
Yeah.
this is managerial experience. Second year. You're comparing him to a guy who has over 10 years of managerial experience.
Yeah.
How does that work? This is his second Premier League stint. So you can't even say he didn't have managerial experience in the Premier League before United job. He's had this before.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you cannot compare the two.
So Oli should get more flack than Arteta does.
Yes. I'm not.
Because that's effectively the question. The question is saying, why is there flack that they're getting so much more for the guy in 2nd than the guy in 10th?
He should get more flack.
Because he's had more time.
Yes, he's had more time. Nah? And even when
So who should Arteta be compared to?
he should be compared to Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard,
his age mates essentially, but
his age mates. Guys who've had 2-3 years of management experience.
Okay.
But I understand that we're in the Premier League right now.
Yeah.
So we need to compare him to someone in the Premier League. I think.
Well, if you compare him to Frank finished 4th.
I'll compare him to Mourinho.
Eh?
Yeah, to Mourinho.
You compare Arteta to Mourinho.
Yeah, with the jobs they've had to pick up. Yeah, I'll give him to Mourinho, not Ole. Not Ole. Ole, he picked up like a United team that finished 2nd, a United team that won the Europa League. Nah? As much as you...
How many FA Cups did Wenger give you guys before? Because what's his name?
You see, but you're talking about Wenger. You're talking about Wenger. Nah? I'm not comparing Arteta to Wenger. I'm comparing Arteta to Emery.
You're saying Oli took over a team that recently had won titles. I'm saying, how long ago was Wenger's last FA Cup?
3-4 seasons ago.
Okay, so Oli takes over a team that
the season before won the Europa League.
The season before finished 2nd. The season before that won the Europa League.
Fine. You took it all.
So it's about 2, 3. I don't know.
Okay.
But
so are you essentially trying to say that Man United was worse off?
No. I'm not. We're definitely better off. We're
No,
definitely
but fine.
better
Now,
off.
even when you say that he took over from a Mourinho team that finished second the season before.
And flopped.
Huh?
And then he
No,
took
but
over
they
in
think-
the season.
Yeah.
When he took them over, he doesn't drop them in position. United wasn't doing well.
No, but he
They're
dropped them
doing
in
well
position
because
from
they
the
were all
season
rebelling
before.
against him.
But Lucas, he finished worse than the season before.
Yeah,
So we have to compare him to the season before.
Yeah. He finished?
Worse than the players.
Yeah, but you can't compare, if you want to compare him to the season, if you want to compare that season, then I'd say let him have that full season. But you're comparing that season that was 12 games in the Prem for Oli. So if you take it at that season off what he managed, he did well. But if over the season, Mourinho has 60% of that blame for that season.
These guys are saying he managed 12 games and that man went on an 18 ungained beaten run.
Nigga, I don't know the numbers directly. I'm making the point.
He took over.
No, but what I'm trying to
So
say,
Arteta took over something. Yes, he won the FA Cup.
what I'm trying to tell you is that don't compare what's his name? Don't compare grown ass men to young guys though.
Yeah.
Your coach has grey hair, dog.
He's
It's
50.
full grey hair, dog.
He's
Our
50.
Our coach has black hair, bro. What are you trying to do, dog? Compare him to his friends. Compare him to David Moyes and those
Compare him
guys.
to Pep. Compare him to Pep.
Well, not David Moyes,
How old is
managerial
Pep?
experience.
How old is Pep?
Who cares? Who
No,
cares?
no.
Guys,
Hold on. Google that thing. How old is Pep?
Who cares?
No.
What is Arteta doing?
He's
guys?
won trophies. Something that your manager struggled to do.
One.
He's won trophies. Give me Pep's age.
No,
I want Pep's
I'm laughing because this is a deviation tactic that he just tried to do right now.
No, not at all. You guys are the ones deviating.
We
Your
know.
manager's in 10th. You're telling me not to compare him to the guy in 2nd.
No, we tell him compare him to his
Listen,
age mates.
where do you see the quality of? Where do you see the level of your team? Does the FA Cup show you the level of your team above the league?
No, but what we're saying is
No,
our
wait,
team-
just
We
answer
still
that
have-
question for
No,
me.
Lucas, I'm answering your question.
Okay,
your question.
sure.
I'm saying we came from the pits. No, listen here. The pits. Your team didn't come from the pits.
What is the pits? Was Arsenal 10th?
Yes! Under Emre, yes!
Come on. You telling me you guys had a 10th place
We
squad?
had to win the FA Cup in order to qualify for Europa.
No, 100%. But I'm saying, did you guys feel like you had a 10th place squad?
Okay, Lucas, let me just put it this way. Now. Up until...
Did you feel like you had a 10th place squad at some
We were never 10th.
Huh?
We were never 10th. I've never felt like it was a
So
10th
who
place
was
squad.
in the pits? We were in the pits.
You said you guys were in the 10th. I don't think
No.
you've ever had a 10th place squad. I think you've always had a top 6 squad.
Okay, Lucas, let me put it
Always.
Let me put it this way.
Always.
Let me put it this way.
And he's finished 8th with you and he's 10th now.
Let me put it this
And he doesn't get flagged.
Let me put it this way. Now. When he outdoes Mourinho in the position he last finished in, then we can talk. Not even outdown, just matches Mourinho's league position.
Why is that when we can talk? When now you're hiding from Arteta. That's diversion.
We're not hiding from
That's
Arteta.
diversion.
Arteta did better than Emre. He got a trophy. Emre got nothing.
Yeah?
Nah? Ole hasn't outdone Mourinho. He's just
That's
sitting
you're
there with
shifting the goalposts. Now you're comparing Mourinho Champions League titles to UEFA Cup guy Emre. Of course, it's a harder act to follow. But 8th and 10th versus 3rd and 2nd. Why?
Did you see that diversion tactic?
Can I just
How
tell you?
is that diversion? That
Can
is
I-
directly to what we are talking about.
Can I also
We are talking
add-
about Arteta. We are talking about Oli.
Can
Arteta
I-
is 8th and 10th.
can I
Oli is
reveal-
2nd and 3rd.
Can I reveal what your age mates are doing? Pep is 50. Ole is 48.
Yeah.
2 years apart.
Okay.
Pep has 30 trophies in that time.
I don't have to.
And Arteta has how many?
I'll tell you
So Oli
Arteta's
has
age.
3.
I'll tell you Arteta's
Oli has
age.
3. Oli is
Arteta
one
is-
Norwegian whatever.
Arteta is 38. There's still players on the pitch that are still playing. Arteta is 38.
Sure,
but
8th
Lucas-
and 10.
But Lucas,
8th and
Lucas, man, he's already got his 1 trophy short of Ole's career haul.
Sure.
He's going to overtake him this season.
He probably can, but at the moment because look, I rate Arteta. I think he's doing good things, but I'm saying Oli is 2nd. This guy is 10th. Why is Oli getting more flack?
Because he's
He's
not
in
going
his
to take
third
the team
season.
further.
He's in his 3rd season. This is the season where Ole is supposed to be doing something. Ole needs to win something for you guys this season.
Okay.
You know it.
Yeah.
Essentially, like manager shelf life in these days.
Yeah,
This is the season
is
where
about that time,
you need to do something. Hence why he needs to do something. Arteta's still in his first season. Hence why Arteta, they're saying, dude, you know, you're changing the ethos. They're saying he's changing ethos, you know. They greet the lunch lady. They do shit like, you know. So that's why they're concentrating on stupid things like that with Arteta. Because Arteta still has time. Arteta, yes.
Fair enough. All right. Clearly, we all love our managers. Yes. I think this conversation can go on forever, and it's probably going to go off once we switch the cameras off. But guys, for more of this, like, subscribe, download, follow, freaking move in. I don't know.
And Man United fans, please get some sense. I'm tired of you guys.
No.
They're sent in 10th. Once you hit 10th, we'll get the sense. Let's just get to 10th and then we'll find the reflections that our fans have found.
I want them like this.
You want them like this?
I want them like this.
They'll be celebrating.
No, it makes it better where we can just say, oh, but you were saying this when things crash. You know things will crash. You know, Ole's done this to you plenty of times.
That's true.
Fair enough. Guys,
these guys got hyped up over the Man City window. They always, whenever they beat Pep, he gets hyped up.
Fair enough. These guys got hyped over the Community Shield. All right.
FA Cup and Community Shield. 2 trophies in a space of what? 2 weeks?
6 months.
No,
it wasn't long. It wasn't long. But guys, to my right, I've got Uncle Curtis.
Man United fans are crazy.
There we go. Beauty tips? Oh, you gave us today already.
I agree. I'm going to give you next week. Next week, I'm going to do I'm going to come with foundation, niggas.
Oh, boy. There I've got Mr. Potion.
I guess, good week. Keep safe. Hope to see you next week.
Oh, wait. Brother Hakeem didn't really sit that well. What are we calling me? What
it's Brother Hakeem.
Brother Hakeem.
Oh, is that what's
you think your opinion matters? You're Brother Hakeem, dude. You're Space Brother Hakeem.
Guys, catch us next week.
We want your Dr. Umar Johnson theory spread out here. Brother Hakeem.
We hasn't betting my league.